Flying Eye Goddess by James Robert Page. By the ear. Cat Zago's ear seared with pain. Cat was moving her feet as fast as she could to keep up with Miss Fry's rapid stride. Cat clung to Miss Fry's wrist with both hands in an attempt to protect her ear from actually being pulled off as they barreled through the narrow lanes of the bazaar towards Strappa's harbor. It was late in the afternoon, and of the few shoppers who were still browsing, most got out of the way. Now and then they would collide with a person, and Cat felt as if Miss Fry was using her as a battering ram to move them aside. Some people shouted or exclaimed with alarm, but nobody stopped them, and nobody helped Cat. Miss Fry was formidable, frightening even, and that was to adults. To a child like Cat, Miss Fry's wrath felt like the thunder of a vengeful storm god. After bashing past a farmer who was taking up most of the lane loading unsold fruit into a goat cart, they burst out onto the cobblestones of Temple Row. There ahead was the forest of masts and sails that marked the harbor, and between them and the shore was the creaking hempen bulk of the docks. Tears were streaming from Cat's eyes, but that was just the pain. She was not crying. She was not screaming. She was clenching her teeth in defiant determination that she would not break down and sob or plead. Up the wooden ramp and onto the docks. A pair of gray-bearded mariners stepped aside to make room for them. One tipped his tricorn hat. "Good afternoon, Miss Fry," he called cheerily, and they both chuckled. Then they were in the shadow of a huge ship, where Cat's brother and some other burly dockhands were unloading heavy wooden crates. Brig Zago, you will secure this lawless child this instant," Miss Fry barked forcefully. The iron grip on her ear did not loosen, even though they had stopped. Cat could hear the groan escape Brig's lips. She didn't look at him. Instead, she glared at the dark water between the ship and the segment of dock they were standing on. She imagined jumping into the harbor and dragging Miss Fry to the bottom. Of course she wouldn't let go. Cat imagined being the bigger, stronger one. Cat imagined the cold waves closing above, deeper and deeper, towing Fry downward like an anchor into the abyss. Of course, she didn't really try it. The clear water was shallow here, with a bright gravel bottom. Cat didn't have the strength to budge Miss Fry even one step. Brig was standing in front of them, somehow looking meek and small, even though he was a full head taller than Miss Fry. "I'll not stand for her defiant behavior any longer, and I'll sure as sunrise not have her corrupting the other children," Miss Fry was roaring. "But," Brig was trying to interrupt. "She was teaching the others to steal." Miss Fry emphasized the last word, letting it hang from her teeth like a curse. One of the other dockhands coughed uncomfortably from the deck of the ship. "Look, set her loose," said Brig, keeping his voice low as if he was trying to quiet down for the both of them. "I can't talk now. I have to keep working, but tonight I'll have a talk with her. I'll see that it doesn't happen again." "Oh, it most certainly won't be happening again because you won't be bringing her back," Miss Fry spat. If I so much as lay eyes on her devilish little head again, I'll be turning her over to the constabulary, not to you." "But," Brig protested, "I've already paid to the end of the week." Miss Fry abruptly let go of Cat's ear, wrenching her wrist away from Cat's grasp. And, as if she had anticipated Brig's words, her hand darted into her dress and she produced a small handful of coins which she dashed against Brig's chest. They bounced off and scattered on the dock. Cat felt dizzy as the blood rushed back into her ear. One hand went automatically to the side of her head. She watched one of the coins roll and disappear down a crack in the dock. She felt a little sick to her stomach. She didn't pay attention to the final exchange of words, but a moment later Kat realized that Miss Fry had already stormed away, and Brieg was picking up the other coins. "Kat," Brieg hissed through clenched teeth. "I'm sorry," Kat said automatically. It was a lie. She wasn't sorry at all for what she had done, but it was true that she felt sorry for causing trouble for her brother. I can't even." Brieg straightened up and gestured to the sky. "Zago!" sounded a harsh voice from further down the dock. "If you're not working, I'm not paying you." Brieg glanced desperately over his shoulder. "Look, Kat, can you just stay out of trouble for the rest of the day? Can you do that?" Kat nodded uncertainly, avoiding eye contact and staring shoreward. "Go fetch my fishing box. You can stay close and try to catch something for supper." "Zago!" the voice yelled again. "Coming, sorry." And then Brieg was hurrying back to the crates, shoulders hunched, and looking smaller than he really was.